We will be starting in verse 16, Hosea 2:16. Let's get everybody settled down. Shh. All right. So the topic today is an unfaithful people receive love. And it's a great, great example of the gospel found in the Old Testament. Through this man, this prophet named Hosea. Before we get into his story and reading that, I wanted you to think about some movies, some shows, some stories. What are some things that involve rescue? Now, I put that up there because my youngest son, Owen, loves the Rescue Bots. And he loves Rescue Bots Training Academy and anything Rescue Bot related. How many of you, don't lie, don't act like you're too cool, how many of you have seen at least part of an episode of Rescue Bots? Yes, a lot of you, yeah, absolutely. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. And hey, look, I'm 45 years old, and sometimes I find myself into the episodes. I'm like, oh, what's going to happen? Are they going to fall off the cliff? I don't know. Are they going to rescue him? Oh, no, he's sliding. Oh, so yeah, it's intense sometimes. And I find myself, even though we need to leave the house, wanting to continue. What's that? There's $1 in that drum. Sweet. Maybe if you listen well, I might give it to you, but probably not. So what are some other stories or shows or movies about rescue? Throw your hands up if you know a story about rescue. Yeah. Paw Patrol, another great classic show. Absolutely. Yeah. Rescue Riders. I don't know that one, but it sounds cool. Yeah. What? All right, Criminal Minds. All right, that's interesting. Yeah. See, now we're just focused on it. She went like to older stuff. Now we're back to kids stuff. Bubble Guppies. I guess so. Do they rescue people? Or are you just thinking of kids shows now? Yeah. Incredibles. Yeah, a lot of rescue going on in Incredibles. Yeah. Huh? Dunkirk. That's a movie, in case you didn't know. Yeah. Good Burger. Is there rescue in Good Burger? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, a series of unfortunate events. Okay. All right, you can put your hands down. If you have another one, you share it in your small group. How's that? Okay. So here's the deal. We're the topic we have and the people, the characters. Listen up. Shh. We got some interesting names that most likely you will never hear as a friend of yours or a teacher, because the characters, number one, the guy's name's Hosea. Maybe you know a Hosea, but I'm going to guess none of you know a woman named Gomer. Anybody? Anybody know a Gomer? No? Okay. So the woman's name is Gomer, and Gomer was a woman who needed to be rescued. She had given herself wholly over to temptation and followed her sin into dark and desperate places. God called the prophet Hosea to courageously go and pursue Gomer. But the part of the fairy tale formula that this book lacks is the desirability of Gomer. Though Hosea was faithful to her, she was not faithful to him. Through their marriage, God was going to show his people how they were like Gomer in their relationship with him. So here's a woman going after her own things, her own desires, evil, sinful desires. And God calls this man in physical human form to go pursue this woman, even though she rejects God and often even rejects him. So it's a powerful story. So let's look at Hosea chapter 2. It's not going to be on the screen because there's too many verses in this section. So follow along with a neighbor, or next week bring your own Bible and you can follow along with your Bible, okay? So here we go, verse 16. And in that day declares the Lord, you will call me my husband, and no longer will you call me my Baal, for I will remove the names of the Baals from her mouth, and they shall be remembered by name no more. I will make for them a covenant on that day with the beasts of the field and the birds of the heavens and the creeping things of the ground, and I will abolish the bow, the sword, the war from the land, and I will make you lie down in safety. I will betroth you to me forever. I will betroth you to me in righteousness and in justice, in steadfast love and mercy. I will betroth you to me in faithfulness, and you shall know the Lord, And in that day I will answer, declares the Lord. I will answer the heavens, and they shall answer the earth. And the earth shall answer the grain, the wine, and the oil, and they shall answer Jezreel. And I will sow her for myself in the land. I will have mercy on no mercy. I will say to not my people, you are my people. And he shall say, you are my God. So here's it's an interesting idea here about what's happening. And you look at the end in verse 23, and you see, I will have mercy on no mercy, and say, not my people, you are my people. Does anybody know the significance of those terms, no mercy and not my people? Yeah. Yeah, so Hosea marries Gomer, and they have children. Can someone adjust my volume? I think it's a little too loud. Can someone go back there and look at my microphone? Todd, why don't you go all you have to do is go back to that screen and just pull, it should say wireless on it, and just pull it down a little bit. I'm thinking like here and getting a ring or something like that, if you can find it. So, no mercy and not my people. Hosea and Gomer got married and had children, and you know what their names were? This is their names. Imagine being no mercy. Imagine being named no mercy. I mean, that's like a powerful name. You have no mercy, you know. I'm going to destroy you. Or you being named not my people. That's just an interesting thing. And Chase, our pastor Chase, a couple weeks ago talked about names and how significant they were in the Bible, and how they weren't like your name's something like your parents thought was cool or trendy at the time, or, you know, like things that they liked, right? Well, that's not the case in the Bible. In the Bible, it's like what was happening then. And in this time period, she was not being faithful. The people of God were not being faithful. And so they had this child named not my people. It's kind of crazy. So the Lord calls Hosea to act through his life and marriage a picture of God and Israel. So we've covered Israel a lot, right? And we've talked about Israel once again, over and over again, running away from God. And God promises them to bless them, and that if they follow him, that it'll be this great relationship. But what happens? They continue to reject God. And this is Hosea and Gomer's relationship. Anybody know what a microcosm is? Big word. We're going to learn a big word this morning. Anybody know what a microcosm is? Huh? It's small. Okay. So I should have had up on the screen so you guys can see the definition, but a microcosm is like a smaller picture of something bigger that's happening. So it's a small picture of something big that's happening, okay? So like if I was playing basketball on the court and I was playing one-on-one basketball against any of you guys, because I would kill all of you. If I was playing basketball and I was destroying you, and then like that evening, I would say, just like I destroyed you, the Sixers will destroy anybody they play, right? And so that's a bigger team, that's a bigger environment, a lot more money involved than what I just did to you. But what I did to you was like a picture of what's about to happen, right? And so in this story, Hosea and Gomer's relationship is a microcosm of God and the people of Israel. You get it? So